Angie. I'm doing some technical issues. Can you go introduce? I have to get this phone so I can hear them. So I'll introduce them and then you'll be able to hear them. Okay, do you have a Zoom account? I need to log into Zoom on there, and I need to start the meeting on there. That's fine. You better do that then.
Okay, everyone, I apologize for the delay. We're going to get started. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Logan Banks. I'm president of the board of the CSRA Parkinson Support Group. Thank you so much to all of you for joining us this evening. A couple quick announcements before we begin the presentation. I want to let you all know, if you don't already, that we have our annual pop walk this Saturday at the First Baptist Church. Flyers are all over the place. It's a great time to just come out. Get to know those that you may not have met here at the general meeting, for those that may not be able to join us on Tuesday evenings. There's fun times, activities. We have a raffle. I think this year, a couple of the prizes, we have a watch from Windsor Jewelers. 2 more trips, just like last year for the raffle. We have Parkinson silent auction, which are just items that were donated that were either made by or for someone that with Parkinson's. We have everything from artwork to in-part knives. So it's really cool. For those of you that may not know, this once a year fundraiser is huge for us. We are a 501c3 not-for-profit. Not one person in our organization is paid. So it's fully volunteer based. So all of the proceeds of this walk go to paying for the food at our general meetings, and our respite program, grants, research, among many other things. So not to try and get y'all to spend money, but just come out to support. Meet someone you may not have met previously and invite them to come and join us one of these Tuesday nights. So without further ado, am I missing anything? Anybody from the board? Unless we call something out, but I think I covered all the announcements in one fell swoop for the night, so I'll take that. Without further ado, I want to introduce Kathy Bucky. She is a member of the Day One Fitness Board of Directors. So Kathy, come on up and introduce our speakers.
It's so much fun to be here tonight. So it is a privilege and honor to introduce our speakers. But first, I want to say I am just praying that Hurricane Ian goes up into the sky and just disappears and does not find its way to the Augusta area to even think about impacting this fabulous walk on Saturday. So that's the prayer that's going on for our walk on Saturday. But it is a privilege also to be part of Day One Fitness. I've been on the board now for a few years, and may I diverge just a second? Christine Cordero from the Movement and Memory Disorder Center, who works with Dr. Morgan, had hoped to be here tonight. She just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of the Brain Health Symposium. We thank you. I believe it was in the newsletter for that, so thank you for that. But it is Saturday, November 12th, and there will be a wonderful Parkinson's specific track at the Brain Health Symposium, free, but you do have to register. Okay.
And we will be in attendance as well, the support group.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
I think there'll be a table there. It's wonderful. Lots of information. There's usually between 300 to 500 people who attend that. So be ready with lots of flyers and information. But my purpose tonight is to introduce 2 fabulous people from Day One Fitness who will be presenting tonight. First, Suzanne Denmark. Hey, Suzanne, thank you for being here tonight. Suzanne is the head coach, guru of programs. If anyone has been visiting the Day One Fitness gym in Beach Island, You've seen Suzanne and the remarkable, awesome things that she does as leading all our coaches there. So Suzanne, thank you. And I'm so excited to see what we're going to do tonight. And then also someone new today on fitness is Lisa Collard. I got it almost right. Lisa has joined as a yoga instructor. So get ready. Lisa is going to help us do some things today. So, but we're so excited that Lisa is also here to present. And thank you for the Parkinson support group's support of Day One Fitness. Day One Fitness is also a nonprofit on doing what it's doing in the gym where it's at without the support of the community. So thank you.
No,
Many of you know about many of you know about Day One Fitness, and some of you are already members or 5 members, but if not, just briefly, we're a large gym that's focused around non-contact boxing as a way to fight back against Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, those in stroke recovery, hopefully soon, those that have suffered from multiple sclerosis. So we have classes 5 days a week, and once a month we also have a physical therapy intensive led by physical therapists from PT Solution, the local company that come in and do some. They're all the kind of segues into what I'm going to talk about. They're all LSB2 big certified. So you either know what that is or you're going, I have no idea what that is. Because it stands for Lead Silverman and Voice Treatment. So that is not wrong. And it was started as a speech therapy program, loud, and then the big program came out of that. And that's about big amplitude movement. So what I'm here to talk about is something that's similar to that, and it's called Power Moves. So you see PWR, Power Moves, and it stands for Parkinson's Wellness Recovery. So it is specifically tailored for Parkinson. It was actually created by the lady that developed the big program. Her name is Becky Farley, and I've got just a few things up there about the importance of what's happened in a large amplitude movement, high effort, attention to action, and multiple pockets. So in a few minutes, we're gonna all hopefully give it a shot and do it ourselves. And Lisa has graciously agreed to demo in the chair, charity. So this is just a little, I'm not gonna go over all this, but it's just, this is Becky Farley, the lady that I mentioned. You see, she's a PhD in neuroscience, she's a physical therapist, lots of experience. She began by investigating bradykinesia and then developed the big program. And then did a NIH clinical trial to show that it's really effective. So what it has 4 different moves, and I've got the first one on here. I forgot to do a summary slide, but anyway, there's 4 moves. You'll hear me say them several times, so you'll have it by the end. And I should have said this earlier. I'm going to try to talk loud and see if you can hear me. Can you hear me, Logan?
Yes.
Can you hear me in the back? Yeah. Okay, thank you. I'll try to can't because I gotta move. So there's 4 moves in the power. And what I'll just say is we have classes. I should have said that before. We offer a class in power moves. Specifically now they, as you'll hear me say, they're meant to be used in conjunction with things like yoga. This will help me show in a few minutes, and other things, dance, functional activities, other therapy you may have. But, we have a class where we just purely do them, and then we do incorporate them into our other classes. But we have a power class that's on Tuesdays at 9 o'clock, so. And the first one, so, where you. I'm gonna stand in front of it, because you don't need to know, read all that, Andy, power up. So, yeah, so she's gonna demo from the chair. So power is focused on having good posture. You know, with Parkinson's, you tend to get a lot of, stoop posture, the extensors in your body, the muscles you can't see are kind of, start to kind of shrink. And so the flexion takes, so the power up is working against gravity. So, and the thing that this can lead to, I'm just gonna stand over here so I'm not away, is pain, impaired mobility, poor lung extension, and also cough. So, and it can also lead to poor balance reactions in the backwards direction. So it's meaning it's difficult to catch balance with fall. So the basic power up is in standing, and you can do it standing, sitting. You can also do it on all fours, laying on your stomach or on your back. We're not doing those. We're just doing standing and sitting. So your legs are wide. You're gonna kind of come down forward, like a little mini squat, and then you bring your arms up, your chest comes back, and you got good extension right there. Okay. So let's do that one more time, and that is the power up. So you can leave it going in a chair. Okay. The next one is called the power rock. Remember, I said y'all can do that. Another thing, weight shift. That's a weight shift. You have to shift the weight all day long. Everything you do, you're shifting, you're moving, you walk, and you stand. So this one is going to be weight shifting side to side and forward and back. But we're going to demo weight shifting side to side. So what you're going to do is you're going to, legs are still out wide, and me too. I'll come over here for this. And we're going to shift our weight. We're going to come down the same position, shift our weight to the side. Start two. And then we're going to go to the other side, right? And this movement has been shown to reduce the incidence of freezing in Parkinson. Okay. And this one is for, it's the twist, the power twist, and it's for your actual ability, just meaning from your head down to your pelvis. So we're gonna open up our arms, and then I'm gonna, she's gonna just see a little different when she does this. So I'm gonna lift my foot and turn that foot, pivot, and then I'm gonna bring my right into the table. And then I'm gonna open back up, so you see again with the extension. That's very important. And then I'm gonna go to the other side. And then open back up. And open back up is just as important, otherwise. And then the last one is a step. So this is about transition movement, which you have to make all the time. Bring it down, movement from one location to another. So in this one, your legs come more together. So, and you're gonna go like this, like she's got hers together. Again, we're coming down, and then we're gonna take our right foot first and turn it like to perpendicular to our body, and again with the arm. Then we're gonna step out. Again, with the arm. There. Okay. So, okay, so those probably don't make sense, you're really slow and everything. I'm gonna show them to you again, but I'm gonna use, I'm gonna drop. Oh. Okay. Before I do that, I'll talk about how let's be big and power is different. Very basic. So again, if you have done, if you've never done, LSPT training, it's a program that's led by a PT or an OT, physical therapist or occupational therapist in a clinic. It's all about big movement and they use word amplitude a lot. It's a standardized treatment program, but it's also customized to each person's specific needs and goals. I'm not here to say anything bad about it. I'm just, trying to compare the two because they're very similar and a lot of those big movements are in both of them. And it has 1 hour sessions, 4 sessions per week, 4 weeks in a row. And then when you finish, there's daily homework and carryover exercises, design groups of exercises. And this information I got from the LSPT global website. So you've had a different experience with LSPT Big, just so you know that's what their website says. And so the difference with the power moves is that it's doesn't have to be taught, as far as certification, that you could be a therapist or just a fitness instructor. I'm an occupational therapist, and so I went and I have the certification as a therapist. We could also have it as an instructor. It's not that different. It's also lower amplitude movements. It can be done anytime, anywhere. The reason she developed it after doing LSPT Big was so that she could have something that you could do anywhere. Because the reality is, and I've seen this with my father, is when you finish your therapy and you go home with the exercise, it's not always, for some people, it can be less motivating to do than by yourself. And that's okay. It's fun doing it with fun to exercise and group with other people. So that's kind of what this is about. They can be incorporated into, like I said earlier, group classes, yoga, pole walking, dance, whatever you're doing, and they can be combined with other therapies that you have. So that's just kind of how they compare. But one is not good, one's not bad. It's all good, right? Sorry, I don't have mine. See my slides before they pop up. So, all right. Oh, I know. You don't have to read that yet. I'm going to show you what these look like when you use props, because props make them more fun. So I'm just going to do them fast. And when I say I'm doing them fast, I'm actually do activate. They've got these words: prepare, activate, flow, and boost. Doesn't mean anything to you, but activating is when you do them fast. So prepare is when you do them slow. And I can do them slow with these. So I just got this full noodle cut in half. So, and this is just to show that they can be done with different things in your house, and that you don't, that because it can get boring to do them by, without it. So you got your legs wide, you're going to power up, arms just come up. Now I just got something in my hand. So there's the up with. And then I step in and then I out, boom, out, boom. So that's fast. You can see how that, if you get your heart rate up on that one. Now, 40 can do them with weights. And these are only one down. By the way, if you're doing them, you will see the third one is one where you don't really want to have a heavy weight. If you're doing a lot of these, it's hard to hold these weights up because you just kind of keep your weights out. And then you step in, boom, boom. So that's you can do this a little different with a ball. So you're going down, and then I'm just coming up over my head, down, and I got to take one hand off the ball. I'm going to reach. Now this one, yeah, hold it in one hand, open up, other hand, open, step together, step out, together, in, together. And then finally, well, there's another one, but it's not a prop. So this is the gate belt, which is a yoga strap. It's a yoga strap, aka gate belt, right? But she brought them, she actually donated them to the gym, so I've already. But you can also use like a, the therapy, that's what I was thinking. So, so here you're going up. And then this one, you're gonna go the same as you did with the ball. That's a little different. And then step together, step out, step out. So, and the last one, which is, I think, the best, and I'm not gonna be able to demonstrate it really, but you can imagine that if I'm in a wall, that these are very good for posture. So if you're standing here, legs are out, imagine there's a wall behind me, I'm gonna reach back, touch the your hands, then come back down, reach up, twist, and again, touch the wall, down. And then this one is the best, because this is an easy way to keep your hands up, reminding yourself where they're supposed to be, because you're going to hit the wall, and everything, hit the wall. And then finally, the last one is good, because your foot can become parallel with the wall. If you step it out. Good. So, how y'all try? Some of y'all done these. Anybody want to try? Yeah, and you can do them, Lisa, we can come back. And you can go standing or sitting. Lisa will be demonstrating. All right, so we'll do them. Okay, so now we'll come back to this slide. And you'll see that as I said, I did fast. So I did like what they would say the symptoms. These are kind of lining up symptoms with the type of way you're doing it. So we did them fast the first time, or I did, and that was looking at like the symptom being bradykinesia. How is that helping that? Well, you're using a high effort, and that is like you saw was being performed in as big and fast as possible. So, but what we'll start with is the slow, which is going to look at rigidity. It's not going to be like what sort of look like yoga. So we're going to start with the first one. So you're going to come down and you make sure you got like your hands over the side, and then you're going to open up and we're going to stop here. So this is the flow. So your arms are out, your hands are wide, you're looking up, eyes are up, and then you come down. We're going to do 5 of this, same one. And we'll go faster now. Down, up, down. Down and do exercise. All right, come back up. Now, stay with your legs wide. I'm sorry, bring your arms down. Again, the same. We're going to go to the second one, the reach. So we're going to go down. We'll start and reach to the right. So we'll turn that, with that heel, turn that foot and reach and look and hold it. So hands are wide, eyes are looking at your hand. Other hand is out. Now come back to the middle. Second one is in slow motion. And then do the other. Reach and stretch. Stretch and come back. All right, let's do 5 each side. You know, okay. Ready? To the right. Right. Middle. Left. Middle. Right. Left, and as your voice is what they would call boots. And your hands are okay now. Okay. Thank you. All right. So we'll do slow down. Open the chest. Now, we'll start with our left hand going to our right. So lift that heel up, hit it on that foot and bring the arm over. You should be, well, not everyone, that's the law. Now, feel that stretch in your shoulders. Hold it a second. Now we're gonna open back up. No motion. Chest is wide. This part is where people, they miss this part. They get going fast. Then we're gonna go to the left. Snap those hands together. Open it back. Now we're gonna do 5 fast. Ready? Here we go. Open. 1. Yeah, say it again. 2. I know. 3. Open. 4. Thank you. All right. You can see how you've been a little bit winded. All right, last one, feet are more together. And this is where we're going to step out. So you want to think about, and they're all, again, that big begins with 2 movements. So you really want a big step out, right? So let's try that again. So like a big step from the hip, I say, open up your chest. Is your foot facing perpendicular to your other one? And look up. Now come back, step back, and open again, and then back. Now let's go back. Here we go. Now together, left, together, together.
3.
Wait, is that all? Cheat, y'all. All right, so that's what those are. Like I said, they're wonderful. They're wonderful. I mean, they might be kind of strange at first, but they work on everything that is important, or not everything, but things that are important to Parkinson in particular. Now, I would ask that you go to so powerforlife.org is where is their main website. So if you go to that, and they have a lot of videos to show you things being done in different positions. Like I said, we do on a squat bed, prone or supine. So we didn't do those, of course, but they're wonderful, and there's a lot of different ways you can do them and have fun with them and play around with them and see. But I would recommend them, you know, or you've already had LSBTD, pull out those exercises and do those. If you have any questions, I'll be around later. But Lisa, I'm going to give this over to Lisa now, and she is going to talk about how yoga is important to Parkinson's.
I'm used to Paul Garden. I'm a yoga teacher. I volunteer to teach at they want to. And I want to have a few talking points about show up with hands. I had another one of my this year. How many people do we have done yoga? Not enough. So I'm talking about yoga fits for Parkinson's life. How yoga can improve. Yoga improves life. This is how it fits into the Parkinson's body. Okay, yoga is one of the most beneficial complementary therapies for Parkinson's disease. To increase flexibility, improve posture, loosen tight and painful muscles, feel confident or rebuild confidence. And through these benefits, enhance the quality of life. Yoga has been shown to reduce tremors, and I've seen it personally in practice, and improve the steadiness of one's gaze. My husband has goal-related fibromyalgia. He does yoga every day and he does exercise, and it does reduce the pain of his disease, his condition, and some of the tremors. Practicing yoga improves functional mobility, balance, lower limb strength in people with Parkinson's. In addition to improved balance, flexibility, and posture, participants can also experience a boost in mood and better sleep quality. Certain yoga poses target certain muscle groups, specific muscle groups, which can use to take advantage to help control the tremors once again. And it also increases your flexibility and your strength, especially in lower limbs. I don't know how easy yoga teachers. I don't know yoga teachers. We know which places work really well for those with Parkinson's. There are some that are highly rated, but we won't be doing those today until we get really down on the floor. Right? Raise your hand. Standing yoga poses target the hip extensor and the knees and the ankle plantar flexion, which helps support and improve overall stability, helps improve your balance. And because it improves your balance, if you do a lot of balance work, we do some really fun balance work too. And it reduces your fear, your anxiety of falling. You feel like you have a better sense of balance, which all of us need, right? And you're less likely to fall, you're less likely to be afraid of falling. It also improves the postural stability. It helps to target specific muscles. It stabilizes the body as one performs these postures. We're going to go through a few postures. There's some standing, some sitting postures. We're also going to do a lot of pranayama. Pranayama is breath work, which they also can test. And once again, we'll get back to the mood and sleep when it comes to the breathing. Because Parkinson's draws the body and the chest forward, which can lead to short and shallow breathing, right? And short and shallow breathing has a tendency to lead to anxiety. Spend a lot of time teaching breath work. The breath work opens up the body and engages more muscles, creates more room for breath to enter the body, and it feeds more oxygen to all parts of the body. It also engages the parasympathetic nervous system. The control of breathing, deep breathing, helps to engage your parasympathetic nervous system, calms you down, reduces anxiety, and makes you feel a little calm. It doesn't want to go down. When your parasympathetic system is dormant, your breathing slows down, your heart rate drops, your blood pressure lowers. And it helps to guide you back into a state of calm, like I said. But we're going to start, we don't have a lot of time. We're going to start with some yoga poses. She's one of my yogis out of Day One Fitness, so she knows. She's really good. We're going to first start with some pranayama. I'm going to show you some poses that Suzanne did, but I'll show you the yoga version. So we'll start with sun breath. You can do this standing if you like. You can do this seated, but it's one of the foundational breath works. It just helps to bring your mind into your body. So you'll start with your hands down to the side. Either stand up nice and tall, please, or nice. Thank you. Inhale against all over the sky. Exhale for sun breath. This is my sun breathing. Inhale all over. And exhale breathing. Now we're going to have a little cluster breathing, a little chi breathing, qigong breathing. And this is where you'll feel your sympathetic nervous system. Inhale all the way to the sky. Sunrise. Interlace just the fingertips at the top. Exhale through the mouth. Sunset. We will all calm balance really find those and our body, our mountains, those hearts is awesome. The foundation for follow that you want, how the cousins are built on. So you don't really think about it, just part, you can do this in the chair, by sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, lift up, back and down. You should feel your shoulder blades hanging off the back side of the body. Once it gets open up the chest, allowing for more air to enter the body. Open up to the belly. Face that chest. Mountain pose to that. Now from here, we're going to inhale the hands all the way up to the sky. Steeple fingers when you relax. Unshrug your shoulders, relax. And pivot to whatever side you want to go to. Once again, you can do this in the chair. This is called Ardha Chandrasana. Opens up the side body. There's a little bit of lateral movement to your spine. Inhale all the way to the surface. Exhale to the opposite side. Inhale all the way. Exhalation is out. And you're all to the lips. So we're not finished yet. I'm afraid what she did first, we have to think everything we do in yoga starts with the breath and ends with the breath. So when she did her little opening, we have a different version. We do it at day one. We also use yoga strap. But we will stay, I'll take the strap to show you. You bring both hands together here. Now you will slowly inhale the hand open. Let the eyes follow the hand all the way behind you. Open wide to the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and exhale, close it. Then the other side, inhale, and reach all the way behind you. And exhale, close, and continue at your own pace with your own breathing. Opens up the chest. Opens up the airway, deepens the breath. Also really good balance too. And one more time on each side. Exhale, everything in front. We'll always inhale when you're opening up the chest and opening the lungs. Now I'm going to show you real quick what we do with the strap. We do something that's a little different. And you do not have to have a yoga strap. Okay, you can use a belt. You can use a strap from a bag. You can use a dog and strap down there. You bring it behind you like this. This is something that you don't have to do. Right? This is kind of hurts. And you can go wide as you need, and inhale shows all the time. And exhale. You don't need to go straight. They don't like this because it wears on the toes, but it opens up the shoulders. And then the one other thing we do is we reach all the way to the sky and we drop all the way over to the side. And then we take that bottom hand and we pull that top over, open to the side by the other. A lot of flexibility in the spine. And we also do the circles, right? And you can pretend you have a yoga strap in your hand, right? And you're going to make a big circle. This is really good for the balance, the rotation of the body. And whatever you do to one side of the body, you always do to the other. So you find a place to pause that circle, take a deep inhale, and exhale the other direction. Yeah, wasn't that fun? And she does something that we do too, but we call it a little something, and a lot of people love this. Okay? So you bring your legs a little wider than normal, feet out, drop the knees. Don't hold arms. Goddess arms is what we call them, because we call this a goddess squat. So we do it with a really deep breath, remember? Inhale up, exhale. Up. Inhale up, and I get them started on this, and we'll start, I'll say do two more. And we'll stop. And up. See, listen to the breath in the room. That's what yoga is. Connecting your body's movements with your breath. And let's do two more. Inhale up and exhale. Again. And that's moving with your breath, and that's with all the movements. Now, show hands, there's our yoga. There we go.
Oh. Well, don't go anywhere yet. So. What you get out here first.
So the thank you gift to our speakers, a little unconventional, we like to do umbrellas. Everybody needs umbrellas. So thank you so much for the two of you. You'll probably get more use out of it sooner rather than later. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just wanted to thank all for joining us today. Well, we do a lot with Table Fitness. We do a lot with us. So great resource. Please ask them questions after you all can have those, right? And if you need any assistance or get any contact with them or anything, please feel free to reach out to anybody you see at these meetings regularly. We're all in contact. Regarding the walk this weekend, we've had quite a bit of questions. It's still on right now, but obviously if there's a hurricane coming. So if there's torrential downpours or something, just stay tuned to our Facebook and if you're receiving our newsletter via email or on the mailing list, we will send out an email as well if something changes. But at this time, it is still happening. So there's a couple questions in the Facebook live stream. So that's why I am. Thank you all for coming out. It seems like in-person grows bigger and bigger every single month, and we want to keep that moving. We're so happy to be back together as a group. If myself or anyone else from the board can assist you with anything at all, just know that we're here. This group is meant to connect you with those resources that we all need, whatever stage of Parkinson's you're in, or whoever you may be to that person with Parkinson's, whether it's a friend, family member, or a parent. So without further ado, am I missing anything else, anyone? Okay, normally those long ones, so I like to ask that time. We will be at the Great Health Symposium, as well as a movement and memory walk and Dr. Kitokazu, if any of you saw him as the speaker last month, that research group will be at the walk as well. So lots of representation with them. So thank you all again for coming. Have a good night. Ground.
I don't know about that, but thank you. Okay, and live stream and